What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again. It's Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2024. Big up all the real ones in the building. I hope you guys are doing well. Hit that like button. We are going to be talking about Arsenal as we usually do. Where's Edu? Has anyone seen Edu yet, bro? I can't even get my hand up. Has anyone seen Edu yet, mate? Come on. Is this guy active or what? I'm seeing teams active at the moment. Chelsea, Big Belly Bowley. Bloody hell. This guy is super duper active, driving these transfers at this moment in time, on the verge of signing another player. Can you believe it? Another younger. Big Belly Bowley, boy. What's he got with these youngers? I really don't know. Their man are probably building on their academy, but they're signing a number of players. Interestingly, Aston Villa also on the verge of signing another player, their third player. You got, oh, bro, teams are active. I keep mentioning the same teams, though. You see how I keep mentioning the same teams. There's other teams, ladies and gentlemen. We'll look at that. We'll look at that. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Do subscribe. All of that. We are early. We are early today, ladies and gentlemen. Coffee gang settings. Come on. You'll love to see it. Big up Jimmy in the building. It says Edu is busy cashing in on the brand envelopes. I hope not. Big up Dark Crystal in the building. Big up the algorithm complex. You're going to help us today, my guy? You're going to help us today? We appreciate the algorithm, man. And everyone that comes with it. Big up Afo in the building as well. Coffee gang, Edu is cooking. Big up Wax, absolutely, man. Oh, big up Tamino. We've got so many stories that we are going to be talking about. Guirassy links are intensifying at this moment in time. We're going to talk about that. What is going on? Are we really interested in Guirassy, or are they just trying to use Arsenal's name to get a good fee off of Dortmund? Because that's the other team that are heavily being linked with him at this moment in time. It does look like Dortmund and Arsenal are the two names being mentioned. And I'm just curious to know why. Arsenal and Guirassy? Does that make any sense? Does it sit well with you? Is that the type of striker you want to see at Arsenal Football Club? I don't know. But then we've also got Viktor Gyökeres updates yesterday. I told you guys, and the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that, because we've been doing Viktor Gyökeres daily, yeah? If these reports in Portugal are fraudulent, then someone needs to come out and let us know. Well, we do have an update from Fabrizio Romano. No, he's not saying they're fraudulent, but he is giving us more clarity on the situation. So don't go anywhere. Hit that like button. We've got a banging update on Viktor Gyökeres. So let's see what's going on there. We've also got Edu ready to trigger this Nico Williams transfer, 50 million or whatever the release clause is. Interestingly, there's a number of teams looking at Nico Williams. Will Arsenal be that team that pushed the trigger? Will they pull the trigger? Because there's reports suggesting that Arsenal are ready to do that. So let's see Wagwan. Various other stories as well. As you do know, waffle sessions about to commence. So hit that like button. Do subscribe. All of that. Big up Tamina. Big up Sean in the building as well. Keep hitting that like button. Keep getting your comments in. Yeah, look, there's other teams active, man. People keep telling me that there's no one really active in the market, man. There's teams active right now, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea are set to complete the signing of Mark Guy. He said yes to Chelsea, who tripled his wages. Okay. One of the Barcelona Academy players. I'm not too sure how qualified he is. There's a lot of people talking about him. There's a lot of reports going around online suggesting that he's a really good player, one for the future, all of that type of stuff. But I'm just curious to know why Chelsea are signing all of these players. I think this is like Chelsea's fifth signing. I don't think they've all been revealed by Chelsea, and not all the revealings will happen until everyone's kind of back together or closer to those dates anyway. But it's been confirmed officially that Chelsea have made all these signings, 3, 4, 5 signings, young players. Estavo, Willian is another one. Been labeled, Ronaldinho, Robinho, all these different names. You know what the people are doing out there. So it's interesting. You've got Newcastle. They've withdrawn from Calvert-Lewin. Remember, we were talking about this the other day, and it's surprising to see them going for Calvert-Lewin. I thought they wanted Eddie Nketiah. What going for Eddie? Is Eddie going anywhere? Is there any links for Eddie yet? Has Eddie found a club for Eddie? I don't know, man. I don't know. As I told you guys yesterday, I'm over that feeling now. I think Eddie is definitely going to be staying. I don't think he's going to be going anywhere, even though there's so much time left of this window. You know, those people thinking Eddie's going to be going. I think Eddie's going to be staying, mate. He ain't going anywhere. He's going to be the new signing. He's going to be the new signing. It's going to be crazy, absolutely crazy. So I mean, again, teams active. You've got Manchester United are in talks with Joshua Zirkzee representatives after making it clear they are prepared to meet Bologna's forwards 40 million release clause. Teams active. Teams are getting stuff done. Chelsea believe the financial package for Nico Williams is way too expensive. Wow, Chelsea, Big Belly Bowley, way too expensive. That's interesting. That's interesting. How much money does Nico Williams want? I'm hearing that it is an astronomical package that he's asking for, and on that basis, you know, teams like Chelsea and even Arsenal are contemplating whether they want to offer him that. But then you do have conflicting reports that are saying that Arsenal are still in a race for Nico Williams. It says here by Gunner Blog via The Athletic that Arsenal are open to additions to their front line. Nico Williams and Pedro Neto are the long-term interest, but there are obstacles to both deals. In Neto's case, his injury history is a major concern. Williams would be expensive. His 49 million release clause would need to be paid in one go. That's what it's saying here. It needs to be paid in one go. Now 49 million, no, come on, 49 million's not a lot of money, but I told you guys what position Arsenal find themselves in. The budget isn't that big. But then as well as that, the wages that come with that. Arsenal, as far as wages, I wouldn't know how much they would have available to spend on wages. That is something that you would, I mean, there is a way of finding out, but you obviously have to do a lot of number crunching, looking at a lot of numbers. But it's meant to be astronomical. And look, sources with a close understanding to Nico Williams' situation have informed Court of Side that there is a long list of suitors pursuing the player this summer. Though Arsenal and Chelsea are though Arsenal and Chelsea are the ones advancing for the moment, with Arsenal ready, in capital letters, to pay his 58 million release clause. So is Arsenal ready? Do Arsenal want to pay the 58 million release clause? Are they going to trigger this deal and move for Nico Williams? There's confidence out there, there's optimism out there, but there's other suitors out there as well. Who is going to come in for the race? Who is going to come into the race? Who is going to put that bid on the table? It remains to be seen yet. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Nico Williams, is he a player that you want to see at Arsenal Football Club? Is he someone that is better than Saka, better than Martinelli? What is he? You've been watching him over the past couple of games at the Euros. I haven't really. I've seen clips and the highlights, but like I said, I've had it on for atmosphere vibes. I haven't really been watching. So yeah, Nico Williams to Arsenal Football Club. I mean, looking at the release clause, I think that's cheap as chips. But then again, what's Arsenal's budget? Because if Arsenal's budget is 70 million or Arsenal's budget is 100 million, then that release clause ain't cheap as chips. But if you're talking about a war chest, yeah, war chest, 200 million war chest. If it's a 200 million war chest, guys, then I'm pretty sure that would be a piece of piss for Arsenal, and they'll be pressing the trigger on that if they are serious about Nico Williams. But it remains to be seen at this point. I mean, again, based on what we know of Arteta and Edu, they want to get signings done early. So I'm starting to question all of this. I'm questioning the budget. I'm questioning how much money Arsenal really have. Obviously, what the overall plan is. We were told recently that Arsenal want to sell players first. I told you that before. Them man told you that. It's not rocket science. If you're keeping up with what Arsenal have been doing over the past 4 or 5 years with this project, then you'll understand that players will need to be sold. And the players that we're putting up for sale, that we're trying to sell, I mean, it's complicated, and we know the complications. They're homegrown and they're not worth much. And therefore, if we sell them, we need to replace them with other homegrown players that are going to come at inflated prices. So we're outdone ourselves here. Like like it's a mad situation to kind of be in. So what do Arsenal do? What do Arsenal do? What does Edu do? On that basis of what I've just told you there, and because of the fact that over the past 4 or 5 years with this project we haven't been selling players, it it makes it extremely difficult for the owners to have to back the manager because of the incompetence, and that's the true reality of the matter. They are going to back the manager, of course. The manager's here, the manager's riding. That there is money available. Come on, let's not be stupid and naive here. However, this is a business, and we need to understand that with the amount of money that Arsenal have already outlaid on players and player wages, and then had no results in terms of exits, you're gonna dig yourself a hole whereby you're gonna be on your knees trying to get out of there. You're gonna be with a spade trying to get out of a big fucking hole. Because the owner's not gonna come along and say, "Oh, here you go. There's 250 mil. Don't worry, just buy players. Just buy players. It's okay, I do. There you go. There, buy players." No, it doesn't work like that, my guys. So we're in a position now whereby they need to figure out what the hell they're doing. Is Viktor Gyökeres the player that we're going for? Is Nico Williams the player we're going to be going for? Do comment down below, let me know. Big up Mafia Boss, it says 18 likes. Come on, guys. Yeah, exactly. How can there only be 18 likes? 100 people in the building. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Unless Mafia Boss hasn't refreshed his stream, then I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Get the like button up. Hit it. Get it up. Big up Brad. It says, Wax, it annoys me that this is Edu and Arteta's first job. Come on, man. It's Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I hear you. Look, put Edu aside for a minute. With Arteta, I think the owners and the people that are driving the bus feel a bit differently towards Mikel Arteta. They believe in the ideologies, the philosophies, what he's kind of brought to the table. He's added value, and that's the most important. That's what we've got to talk about here. That's what we have to talk about when we're talking about Arteta and we're talking about Edu. Because we can look at things that Arteta have done, and we can look at all the negative things, and we can go down that road and say, oh, we can sit here and give reasons as to why the manager should be gone. But forget that for 1 minute. Forget that for 1 minute. Let's look at this from a business perspective, okay? And that business perspective would be Arteta, based on what he has done with the team, based on the positions that he has finished over the years, the finances have increased based on that. He's managed to change the way certain people think and feel, and they've stayed invested. People have invested. The finances have improved on that basis. He's added value. Players have improved. The team are more better. There's a stronger mentality. All of those things are adding value, okay? So we can say, well done, Arteta. You've proven that you can add value to this project. But Edu, tell me what you have done for this project, other than send a few emails and phone calls to get Mikel Arteta the player that he told you to get. Like what's happening? The main concern with Edu would be getting rid of players. Yeah, we're building a team, cool. But at the same time, you need to be identifying players that improve your team, but also identifying players that are going to give you an ROI when you sell them. Lokonga, Tavares, all of these dons that we can name, so many more, have not given us any return, whether it's a trophy or whether it's finances. You haven't given us a return. So the best thing Edu can do to make up for that is sell players. Sell players for money to gain a return, to gain that return. And that's where Edu then comes in and adds value. Other than that, I can't see where you're adding value. You're collecting data, you're collecting all this paperwork, you've got a catalog of players. I mean, that's fucking admin. That's administration bullshit work. Yeah, people are getting paid 18K a year to do that shit. Yeah, you're on 250, 300, 400K a year. It's a big difference, bro. Yeah. So this is the reason why the pressure has to be applied. We have to look at what Edu is actually doing. And this is the summer where I tell you, we are able to determine how serious Edu actually is. Now, the hole that he is put himself in right now is a position where he has to sell players. He has nothing to do but sell players before he can really stretch that budget. You want to stretch the budget? Edu has to sell players. He then has to determine and sit down with Arteta and find out what players they're going to sell. They've looked at players, yeah. They've looked at players, and we looked at the players, the ESRs, the Reece Nelsons, Eddie and Gyökeres. Most of us will agree that those players have got to go. But the way those players have been mismanaged over the past 12 to 24 months has affected their value. Their injuries have affected their value. So all of that combined, you look at that, you don't have a leg to stand on, bro. You don't have a leg to stand on. So that's not going to really help you in this market to overcome the problem that you fucking created over the past 4 or 5 years. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And if you ain't getting it and you want to disagree with it, it's totally fine. But I mean, it's logical. So now Edu's stuck in the mud where he's got to get rid of these players. And this is why I said a few weeks ago and a few days ago, what we ultimately might have to do, and this is what Arsene Wenger, I swear to you, this is what Arsene Wenger probably would have done. At this moment that we find ourselves in now, if these incompetent decisions would have been made over this 4 or 5 years, and let's say we made these decisions for the better of our football club, right? Because we've got a good team, we've put a good team together. All right, we haven't sold players over that period of time because we just wanted to get rid of them. We just wanted to get at them out the door, scrap them out the door, and just get rid of them. But over that period of time, we've spent significantly well. We've done so much on our squad. At this point, if we find ourselves in this type of hole, the only way we can get out of it is by sacrificing one of our top dons. That's how you have to do this. If this is it, this is what you say, I now need to become ruthless. Now, who's one of the top dons? It might not have to be the top dons. It might not have to be a Saka. It might not have to be a Saliba, or because you can think smart. We've got a good amount of players in this squad right now that have got value. And some of us might feel some type of way about having to sell that player, but this is the price that you have to pay for the incompetence that our sporting director has made. And if you don't get it, then sorry, you ain't built for this shit, okay? Because what I'm spitting to you right now is not about facts. So, look, we have got players that we can sell. This is, and I know Arsenal are thinking this along this line. I know Mikel Arteta and Edu's probably thinking along this line as well. I've got to give them some, because who are we looking to sell at the moment? Zinchenko. That is someone that we brought in for this project, by this project, who now might have to be a sacrifice. Kivior, another one that's being looked at. He was brought in by this project for this project. So he's another one. Do you understand now? They're not going to be looking at Odegaard. Of course they're not. They're not going to look at Saka. They're not going to look at Saliba. They're not going to look at Rice. Those 4 players right now, those 4 players are star players. They will play every single game. And you can probably put Gabriel in there just because of the partnership that he's built. I would say everybody else is sacrificable. And everyone else is rotationable. Everyone else that's been left out, and that's facts. I don't care how people feel about Ben White. I don't care how people feel about who else is in that midfield right now. You know, Martinelli. Sorry, but everyone else that's not in that 5 is rotationable and sacrificable. And that's how everyone should look at this. We know who the core 5 are. We know that 5 will carry the team. We know that 5 will always give 100% and carry this team. Saka gives us output. The top GA. Odegaard gives us creativity. Declan Rice gives us solidity. Gabriel, Saliba give us solidity. Who else do we fucking really need in the team? No one. Okay? Let's be real now. So the position that we find ourselves in, these man need to understand that, come to terms with that and say, all right, cool. Who can we sacrifice to really improve this team? Because like I said, if it was Arsene Wenger, I think Arsene Wenger would have done it. Arsene Wenger would have said, sorry, Martinelli, we're going to have to sell you for 70 million. And there would have been many people that didn't like it, but I'm telling you now, that decision, based on where we are now and the decisions that have already been made by Edu and Mikel Arteta to a degree, and Richard Garlick as well, because he was involved in it before he was a CEO, those decisions that they made have led us into this position. Based on this, Arsene Wenger calling this shot would say sacrifice Martinelli, sacrifice, I don't know, Zinchenko, and maybe 2 others, Gabriel Jesus. Everyone, listen, that's how they would operate. You would have to do it based on what we've done. Anyway, let's see if we do that. Let's not waffle on. Let's not continue to waffle. I know the real ones got it. If the ones that didn't get it don't get it, it's totally fine. One day you will understand it. But this project is being run by Edu and Mikel Arteta. This project, you see, the Manchester United project is different. The Chelsea project is different. This Chelsea project is Sir Jim Ratcliffe's project. That's what the project's going into now. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's project. The project that Chelsea are doing is Big Benny Bowley's project, okay? The project that we are doing, okay, is Edu and Arteta's project. Totally different, okay? Different people calling the shots, different people making decisions, different people putting the plans together to get over the line, okay? Now, Edu he's a problem. We have to say Edu's a problem. Mikel Arteta is fine until the end of the season. Let's be honest now. He is fine to the end of the season. He's got one more season to get us over the line. Yeah, he's fine to the end of the season. He knows what players he wants. Clearly he does. Not stupid. Come on. He knows what players he wants. He gave Edu that list time ago. Edu has come out and confirmed that. He's given us clarity on that. We know that. He's told us that. I've got a list of over 180 different pages of players. Okay, he told us that back in March or April. So talk to me. Talk to me. That's all I got to say, man. Talk to me. I've given you the reason as to why this project is where it is right now, financially. And obviously the way we are moving in the market and what we're being told by the media correlates and links up with all of that. It's because of how this project has gone. So Arsenal right now are in a position where they need to be smart. They need to put a strategy together whereby they don't make rash decisions, but they do improve the squad and they don't get bumped at the same time. Let's see how they operate. Let's see how what the outcome is. By the end of August, beginning of September, we'll see what happens. We'll literally see what happens. No excuses. Edu has to sell for profit this summer. He has to sell for profit. So important. Big up my guy Tope, one of the realest guys as well. I want to put it out there. He understands the game. He understands it. He knows how the game works. Edu is an amateur compared to some of these other operators who are driving our rivals' buses. Absolutely, man. I'm sorry, but the sporting director at Aston Villa is just a prime example. Prime example, man. And it's not just Aston Villa. Again, I keep mentioning this. You got Brighton as another example. I know Brighton's kind of fallen off a cliff slightly, but what they've kind of produced financially, we're talking about player sales here. What they've produced financially over the past however many years is absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. The most profitable football club in world football. Them way there. You got so many different sporting directors that are active. Even at West Ham, they were active. Come on, look at West Ham. Look how West Ham were active. Them way there. You got teams that are active. I don't know. I can't tell you what everyone is doing at the moment. Maybe I'll spend the day just literally going through everyone's in and outs and how active people are, so I can give you a real, a thorough opinion on that. Because right now, all I can see online is teams being linked left, right, and center. Chelsea, Aston Villa, and Everton. Three teams that are just in the market now, just busy, super busy. And there's obviously others, but those three I'm seeing a lot about. Edu have to go, or else he have to change his ways. Big up Saka the GOAT. Why the negativity? Arsenal are doing their due diligence. Getting the right player is important. It's not getting it done quickly. Colin, there's no negativity here, bro. It's just I'm just a passionate Arsenal fan, and I'm just telling you what it is, and as to why Arsenal are not signing players at this moment in time, and as to why Arsenal haven't sold a player at this moment in time. Who have we sold? Where are the links with Lokonga? Where are the links with Nuno Tavares? Where are the links with the players that have been clearly told and clearly shared with us that are available for sale? There's nothing there. There's nothing there, bro. There's nothing there. And what I'm trying to show you is the reason why there's nothing there. It wasn't gonna. There's no surprise that there's nothing there. And I wouldn't have been surprised 4 years ago if you told me that Eddie and Nketiah, because I wasn't. I knew that these men are not those type of dons. They're not those type of dons. ESR, I'll make an exception for ESR, but everyone else that we're sitting here trying to sell, I said from day dot they were never going to be good enough for Arsenal Football Club, and we're probably never going to make any money off these dons. For us to then go and give Eddie and Nketiah 100k a week, go and give Reece Nelson 100k a week, how stupid are we, bro? You just paid Reece Nelson £5 million, bro. £5 million signing on fee for what? To sell him to who? To Newcastle for £10 million. Come on, bro. What are you telling me here? Negativity. I'm just kind of giving you the reality of what's going on and the hole that we find ourselves in due to the incompetence of the people that are driving the bus. If you don't like the facts and the reality of where we are as a football club financially, and it's not to say that we are broke. I'm not saying that we are broke. We have got loads of money. We are owned by one of the richest guys on the planet. Yeah, we have got money. But this is business, and a project can't continue to, you can't continue to pump money into a project if there's no actual return coming from the actual project. Now we can talk about other sectors, other areas within Arsenal that are generating an ROI, but that's not Arteta and Edu's project, is it? That's Richard Garlick, that's all the other executives, that's them lot. Them lot are doing the commercial side of it. We're not running the commercial side. If they've made more money on t-shirt on shirt sales, cool. Big up Arteta for that as well. And this is the reason why I say Arteta adds value. If anyone was listening earlier on, I said, who adds value? Arteta and Edu. How do they add value? And this is a way of Arteta and adding value as well. But what's Edu doing to add the value? And what is Edu doing to get us out of the hole that he has put us in? That hole is that we can't go and spend because we have to get rid of players. But the players that we have that you want to get rid of aren't that much money, and you're overvaluing those players. You think you can get 30 million for Eddie? I tell you, based on how he's been mismanaged over the past 12 months, that's affected him. And based on his performances and what his data that he has, I mean, come on, who's really going to take a £30 million gamble? You got 30 million for fucking Balogun, for fuck's sake. He done 23 goals in his first senior season. If you want to look at data, look at that, for fuck's sake. And that will tell you all you need to know. Teams are only willing to give you 30M for Balogun. But you think, and Eddie Nketiah, that's been on the bench for most of this season, that scored his last goal probably against Sheffield United last year, yeah, is going to get 30 M's in today's market. Come on, bro. What the hell are we doing here? What are we doing here, please? So look, no negativity. Sorry, I'm a passionate Arsenal fan that just wants to be real with the people. Them. I'm not going to be these guys online that just push this mainstream media narrative. Oh no, actually, guys, we've got 200 million to spend. They're just gassing you, bro. They're gassing you. You got 200 million to spend? Okay, spend it then. Spend it. Spend it. Because I'm sure if you had 200 million pounds to spend, knowing Arteta and Edu and the way they think, they would have got a deal done by now. They would have definitely signed someone before the Euros, even if that wasn't even a marquee signing. They would have made that happen. At least a backup goalie that we're going to have to sign. You guys are forgetting we're going to have to sign 2 goalies this summer. David Raya signs permanent deal. Yeah, cool. Thank you, new goalkeeper. And now we're going to have to sign a backup because Ramsdale wants to leave. So if that's the case, guys, why did we not sign the backup goalie that's going to sit on the bench for all of the season anyway before the Euros? Why didn't we just get it done and dusted? Do we have a goaler? Do we have a goalkeeper lined up? Do we know? Do we know what we're doing? I don't know. But I'm being negative. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you what the facts are, bro. Telling you what the facts are. Someone that is every day invested in what Arsenal are doing. That's why I'm live every day. Come here, join me every single day. 11:30 in the morning, my brother. 11:30 in the morning, UK time. No clubs panic like we do. Having sell players is crazy. Arsenal shambles when getting rid of players. It's unreal. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I still say, why do the Cronkies keep this clown? They're in it to make money, not throw it away. Exactly. You know what it is? It's what's being said. Now, if it makes sense, then it makes sense. And if it's bought into, it's bought into. You have to remember, behind the scenes, there is a plan. And it ain't just Edu when it comes to the plan and what they have to do in order to kind of overcome these obstacles. It ain't just Edu. You know, I know I'm putting a lot of blame on Edu. It isn't just Edu, because at the end of the day, these other people that are sitting at the table have to authorize this. They have to give the green light to us. But there's someone bringing these ideas to the forefront. There's someone bringing these approaches and these decisions to the forefront, and everybody has to kind of say, okay, cool, we'll do it. And like I was saying to you guys, like, decisions have to be made for the best, to better your football club. These decisions are for the best of your football club. Like I said, back in the day, we sold Nicolas Anelka, Mark Overmars, Emmanuel Petit. We done that for the best of our football club. Why? Because it come with an astronomical ROI, and that ROI enabled our football club to go up to the next level. And this is the reason why I'm telling you now, we're at a point where if it's 4 people agreeing to this, and I'm putting this all on Edu, fair enough. But those people have now put us at a point where you might need to make a massive sacrifice. And that could be one of the big players, or maybe a few of those players. But you do it to improve your team, and you do it knowing that actually this is for the better of the football club, and this is the season that we're actually going to go and get what we want, or we're going to continue to build on what, you know what I mean? So these are the decisions that need to be made anyway. These are the decisions that need to be made. Let's move on. We've been waffling about these dons for ages now. But, you know, if I couldn't have been any more clear, then I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know, bro. I'm sure most of the real ones in the building got it. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Got well over 100 people locked into this one. Hit the like button. Do subscribe. Much appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, all the new subscribers, big you guys up. All the old subscribers, big you guys up. All of that. Come on. But make sure we're driving up those likes. Let's get over 100 likes on this video. We've got to do it as a collective, do it as a community. You know. Let's see what Arsenal are cooking. That's the most important thing. Arsenal and what they are cooking. Okay, moving on here. We've got central midfield is a major focus for Arsenal in this window. The Athletic have reported on interest in Martin Zubimendi and João Neves, but the club are also open to adding an 8. And this is like so conflicting with information that we've been sharing and been reading over the past couple of weeks, because we got told that we don't want an 8, we want a 6. But the club are also open to adding an 8 if they can identify a suitable player. The market for this position, however, is not replete with options. So they're basically saying that there ain't many options for the number 8, but there's more options in the number 6. And you know, we were kind of told that the other day. That's also been published by Gunner Blog via the Athletic as well. And you know, we were told this. We've been told this. Like, again, trying to figure out what Arsenal are doing. We definitely know we're going to be signing a central midfielder. We 100% are going to be signing a central midfielder based on what we're being told here. But is it going to be a 6? Is it going to be an 8? We don't know. Maybe Mikel Arteta might get someone that can play the 6 and the 8. I told you guys yesterday that I'd rather see Declan Rice as the 6. I would want to see a more advanced, creative number 8, someone that can pick up passes and really link up with Odegaard to make it difficult for defenders. You know, we've got runners, we've got Martinelli, we've got Saka, we've got Jesus, Havertz, whoever that number 9 may be, or even Viktor Gyökeres. We're hoping for that, and then Jesus maybe rotation for Saka. But whoever we kind of got, we know that we've got runners, we've got movement. Even Havertz in his movement is pretty awesome. So we need those players that can help Odegaard dictate. We can't just want to give the ball to Odegaard and let Odegaard try and open the door. You know, Declan Rice doesn't really have the creative bones. You know, like, he just doesn't have them. You know, we can pick out a pass, of course. They're professional players, but when it comes to the eye, when it comes to understanding the patterns and how they need to be created and how they need to be complete, you know, Declan Rice, I wouldn't put my money on Declan Rice. So I just don't understand why we're doing that. We need to go and get a real number 8 and put Decky in the number 6 and keep Jorginho as the backup. It only makes sense. And then even go and get yourself, bring in Ethan Nwaneri. I think Ethan Nwaneri is probably more advanced than a number 6. I think you probably play him in an 8. So you could have him rotating with the number 8 that you bring in, you know, because who else are you going to be playing? Is it Fabio Vieira? Are we putting our faith in Fabio? Is that what we're doing? Is that what Arteta's doing? We need to know. We need to know that Fabio's staying. There's no report saying that he's leaving. And then ESR as well, because they're the only other 2 players that would kind of operate in those positions. We still would need to bring in that number 8, even with one of those two staying at the football club. In my opinion, because Odegaard needs support and that person needs support. So there needs to be rotation in both of those positions, especially with the way the games are going to be thick and fast. 2 extra added Champions League games to the campaign. We are expecting to get as far as we can in both domestic cups. So I'm looking at 70 games, 70 plus games this season, bro. Them way there. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Let's see, man. Like what Arsenal are going to do, what midfielders they're going to be bringing in, because we're going to need players. We're going to need players ASAP. All right, we're going to be moving on to the Viktor Gyökeres news shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure we are hitting the like button, do subscribe, share the videos. Let them know that we are live and that we are talking Viktor Gyökeres within the next, say, 5-10 minutes. So fasten your seatbelts, don't go anywhere. Get yourself a cup of coffee, coffee gang settings. Come on, man. Let me know where you're watching from as well. Slowly creeping to that 200 viewer mark. Make sure you're letting me know where you're watching from. Highbury's local badger, good to see you in the building. Big up Dominic Fuller as well. Peppermint says, Wax, I would buy a 10 and put Odegaard in the left 8. I was saying that last season. Big you up, literally. Great minds think alike. Like I was saying that last season, put Odegaard on the left side. If he's receiving the ball on his left foot more, it's going to be easier for him to kind of turn on the left. Sorry, if he's receiving the ball on his left-hand side, it's going to be easier for him to create mad patterns. When he's receiving the ball on the right, because he's not comfortable on his right foot, he has to adjust his movement. It's the same with Saka. They have to adjust their movement. And sometimes it does work well. It depends on how a team is opened up and how you can kind of exploit those gaps in behind. But, sometimes it does work well. But if you play them on their stronger feet more often, I swear you probably get more output from the players. Like you probably get more output from the players. But anyway, I mean, it's good thinking. We have seen Odegaard kind of switch over to the left, and we saw him score a banger last season from the left-hand side. Great pattern and created that goal as well. This is what I'm saying. So you put him on the left, you're going to get more from Odegaard. Big up all the guys in Australia. Big up all the guys in Dallas. Big up the guys in Toronto. Wow. Oh, wow. We got Trinidad in the building as well. Much appreciate you guys, man. Much appreciate you guys. Keep letting me know where you're watching from. We are global. And we've got Arsenal fans worldwide. It's good to see it. We've got a big family. And we're all united, man. We all come together. We have our opposing opinions. We have our disagreements. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we all represent the same thing. Yeah? We all represent the same thing. And that is Arsenal Football Club. We come together. We share love. We share support. And we do it together. Do you know what I mean? No diddy stuff. It's just all real shit. Do you know what I mean? Arteta has got to give us kids. And that's how I read it. I was thinking, nah. You got a bit too deep now. No, I just... Bro. Oh man, I read that wrong, boy. I read that wrong. And we've got a couple guys from Texas, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas. Come on. We've got Folkestone in the building as well. Sunny Folkestone. And listen, the UK, London has been super duper hot over these past 2 days. Absolutely mad, dripping, drenching. Don't know where it came from, but it has been crazy. Absolutely crazy. Listen, I just misread that comment. He says Arteta has to give us kids. Like I'm telling us, we're all one big family. We're global. We're united all around the world. And the first comment I read is Arteta's got to give us kids. I was like, no. Hey, listen, that is mad pause. No Diddy, get the hell out of here. Stay far away. No, but what he was obviously saying is Arteta's got to play the kids. We need some kids. And that is crazy. That needs multiple pauses. I'm telling you, bro. That needs multiple pauses. So yeah, like Arteta definitely needs to, bring in some young players. Ethan Nwaneri definitely is going to get his chance this season. There's no other way about it. Like you can't sit there and watch all of these young players reject you and then say, actually, I can't find 5 minutes for Ethan Nwaneri. I mean, that's going to be one of the priorities. I think that's going to be really kind of explained for this season that one or two of these dons really need to be integrated into this team. I think Arteta knows that as well. The time has come. The time has come, ladies and gentlemen. The time has come. Well, bro, we got a lot of guys watching from Texas, you know. We got a lot of guys watching from Texas. Hey, big up Texas. Maybe, I don't know, YouTube are just pumping my videos in Texas. Big up all the guys in Texas. Big up all the Americans, man. Much appreciate you guys each and every time. We're here in London, of course, UK, Americans are our allies, our friends, family. Viktor Gyökeres should get a number 9 or 14 shirt come to Arsenal. Yeah, absolutely. Is he going to get any of those? I don't think so. We have to sell Jesus, or he has to give up the number 9. I don't think he's going to do that. It's been a living dream for Jesus to wear that number 9 shirt. Obviously not at Arsenal, but just in general. And then the 14 is Eddie are going to leave. Big up the guys in Johannesburg as well. Come on, South Africa settings. Oh, much appreciate you. We've got Poland in the building as well. Come on, I'm seeing you guys. Oh, we appreciate you guys. All right, Bruno Guirassy, his release clause is done. Worth 100 million. It no longer exists. It expired. It is no longer valid. Newcastle are able to decide on Bruno's future if clubs will present proposals in the coming weeks. Now, there are talks to suggest that Arsenal and Manchester City will still make a move for Bruno Guirassy. They're looking to put maybe £80 million down. They only value him at £80 million. Now, I don't know. I don't know how true that is. That's what the papers are telling us. So we're going to have to take that for what it is. But, £80 million, I wouldn't even pay £80 million for Bruno. I have to be honest. I wouldn't even pay £80 million. I think I'm dropping that to about 60 million, 50 million. Oh, but Kai Havertz money. Yeah. Kai Havertz money at max. 65 million for Bruno. Anything more than that, I think it's just a bit, I think it's a bump. I think it's, that's English tax. We done 100M on Declan Rice because we was willing to pay the English tax, especially when you need homegrown players for your homegrown registration. All right, so you're willing to go the extra mile to get that done. But when you're talking about some Brazilian don who we could have got for like 40Ms or 30Ms or even less than that only 3 years ago, bro, come on, man, we're bumping ourselves. Newcastle paid how much for him? About 30 million. I think they paid for him 28 mil or some shit like that. Giving them 50 mil, 60 mil, that doubles them up and alleviates the pressure that they have with PSR. So listen, they should be. I ain't trying to pay any more than that. We've got more guys watch us from Poland. We've got guys watch us from Ghana as well. Pick up all you guys, man. Much appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. The price for Gyökeres and Gyökeres are sick, like you say, Wax. Yeah, even Gyökeres is crazy. It's crazy. If you think about the numbers that he put up, though, this season for Sporting Lisbon, if he had produced those numbers for the past 3 seasons, 80 million, 90 million for him wouldn't be deemed as astronomical. That would be deemed as peanuts. I swear to you, because, not even Mbappe is putting up those numbers. He's put up crazy numbers. And like I said to you, another reason why I believe in Gyökeres, who we are going to swiftly move on to next. One of the reasons why I believe in Gyökeres is because he's already been in English football. He understands English football. In fact, he was working on his identity and building his craft in English football. So on that basis, the guy understands what the game is, what the pace is, what the intensity is, what the quality of the play is. He understands it. He was crafting his game here. He actually produced more numbers for Coventry in the Championship, as I reiterated on many occasions before, than Jamie Vardy, Ivan Toney, and Ollie Watkins. They've all gone on to be successful in the Premier League. Jamie Vardy being the most successful, obviously winning the Premier League, and then Ollie Watkins getting Champions League football in a short space of time. However, he done more numbers than them, 2 back-to-back seasons, and then went over to Sporting Lisbon and went crazy. Listen, I'm willing to pay 85 million for him. I don't question it. I don't actually question it. Anyway, we're going to move on to Viktor Gyökeres in a second. Big up Sean watching from Barbados. Big up VP of Keys watching from London. Big up the gang. Big up Joe King watching from South Wales. Big up you guys in South Wales, man. It's probably heated over there right now, isn't it? The sun must be beautiful over there. Sun must be beautiful over there. Okay. So let's switch over. I don't think Arsenal are really going to push for Bruno Guirassy. I think for the central midfield area, you might see a cheaper option come through, and that cheaper option should be Yusuf Fofana. We know who that cheaper option should be, but for whatever reason, Arsenal are, not pulling a trigger on that. Come on, man, 20 million is just sitting there for Yusuf Fofana. You haven't pulled the trigger already. Bloody hell. And you're talking about £200 million war chest. What are we waiting for? There is no one. This is how you know it's just all waffle talk and all bullshit, bro. And what I've been telling you is just facts. But at the end of the day, it can't be that low. We can't be that restricted whereby we can't just go to Monaco now and say, here you go, 20 million, Yusuf, come over, bye. What the hell is stopping us from doing that right now? Like, come on, man. It doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. Are you telling me that there's so many options? Oh, there's so many options. And we just are overwhelmed with options. We don't know who to go with. Oh, sorry. We just don't know who to go with. Oh, sorry, Wax. We just don't know who to go with, man. Don't worry. We've got plenty of time. We've got plenty of time. Yeah, don't worry, Wax. Plenty of time. Oh, fuck. Anyway, let's move. Just to let you guys know, Arsenal will face Bayern Leverkusen in a pre-season friendly. That's going to be interesting. Xavi versus Mikel Arteta. I know it's only pre-season, but that's the game to watch. It's going to be at the Emirates Stadium, 7th of August at 6 p.m. So hopefully I can get some tickets to that. It should be easy to get tickets to these type of friendlies. So yeah, if you're in the WhatsApp group, then we should be good. Hopefully, I'm not going to make any promises, but we should be. But I want to go to that game. I would love to see Mikel Arteta and Xavi Alonso go head to head. No, did he? that was just multiple pauses. But yeah, it's an interesting game. So let you guys know that's happening. And on the 11th, we're also going up against Lyon in the Emirates Cup. And that kicks off at 2 p.m. as well. Not forgetting the US tour, and there'll be a couple of games there, but they're new games that have just been added to the calendar. So if anyone wants to write those down or just kind of remember them, then yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Before we actually move on to Gyökeres, this is going to enable us to segue into Gyökeres, in fact. Guirassy. We're going to move straight into Guirassy. This is the player that I want to talk about first because for some reason, he is heavily being linked with Arsenal over the past couple of days. We touched on this yesterday, just quick, one or two, like one touch, two touch. It was kind of quick in and out. But now it's like the talks are intensifying. Like it seems like Arsenal are trying to get this one done. And just like Shah says, Guirassy is trash. I'm not going to say he's trash, but he's not the guy that I would think Arteta would want playing here at Arsenal Football Club. As I said to you guys, I've done the eye test on him a few weeks ago, or maybe about 2 weeks ago, just to kind of really get a stronger idea on what type of player he is and how he can fit into what we do here. And I can see why Arsenal have looked at him or are looking at him, because he can drop, he can kind of get involved in the build up and the link up of attacking play. However, he's raw. I mean, you're 27, 28, and he's raw, like raw first touch. Can't really get the ball under control that well. That the passing's a bit questionable. I mean, under pressure, like under pressure, man's pressing you. Can you pass the ball? Can you get the ball to my feet? Or can you get the ball in space whereby you're creating something? Because if you're going to be a link-up man, you need to know how to play under pressure, bro. And, in Germany, you're not going to get that much pressure, a lot of space, a lot of time on the ball. So, you could, the league's kind of making up for your poor touch and your poor ball control and your raw abilities, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but he does try that. Obviously, they've got other runners at Stuttgart, really good attacking team over there at Stuttgart. They've got other runners that also make up for, he's, poor elements as well, and he's poor quality. So, I don't know. I don't think this is the player that Arsenal should be going for, but there's a lot of talk. And talks are intensifying. Dortmund apparently fear that they could lose him to Arsenal. Guirassy has decided to leave Stuttgart and has informed the club of this decision. Dortmund made it clear to him that sorry, I'm not reading this correctly. Dortmund has made it clear to him that he is their desired striker this summer, but Dortmund fear Arsenal the most at this stage. Now, they fear Arsenal the most at this stage because, according to some of the reports that are coming out from Germany and other fraudulent publications, some of these aggregators online. They're saying that Arsenal serious. Arsenal want to get him done. And I don't understand it. Maybe this is just a distraction. Maybe this is just a distraction so they can smoothly get the deal of Viktor Gyökeres done, who we are going to now talk about. Make sure we are hitting the like button, do subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on Guirassy. I can see there's a number of comments in there. Not really feeling this one, and I'm on the same page. I'm on the same page. But we have a few updates here now on Viktor Gyökeres. I was about to call him Ivan Toney, but bro, Ivan Toney, get out of here. Get out of here. All right, let's start with the first one. So we'll start with the first one. Now, remember, I've been saying, look, man, someone that is verified needs to give us some clarity, because all we're hearing and all we've heard over the past couple of days from this Portuguese publication is that Arsenal are very close. Arsenal on the verge. Arsenal are signing. Arsenal have personal terms agreed. Arsenal got this agreed. Like, they're literally telling us this is a here we go. And I'm thinking, bro, if this is a here we go, or this is like close to being a here we go, how the hell is someone like Fabrizio Romano, who has told us about Gyökeres in the past, how has he not come out and given us any information on this? And this is the reason why most people are not believing. This is the reason why most people are not getting behind this, Portuguese publication. Now, I don't want to write the Portuguese publication off, because I don't want to kill all optimism for this Viktor Gyökeres deal. I want him at the club. I think it's feasible for Arsenal to get the deal done. I think it's one of the best strikers on the planet at this moment, based on what he's achieved. I don't care if he's in the Portuguese league. I understand him. Not everyone understands football the way I understand football. Everyone that can't identify quality the way I identify quality. Big up the people that do. No big ego thing, nothing like that. But I've looked at Gyökeres. I understand our system, our style of play, our football. And I'm telling you now, this is the tailor-made striker for us. This is the guy that will come here and score goal after goal after goal after goal after goal. He will make Odegaard get so much assists in the season as well. He'll make other players look good. This is who we need. We need Viktor Gyökeres. Okay. Now, enough of stroking this guy. No Diddy. I don't even know why I just said that. I was gonna say stroking this guy's ego. Obviously, he's a great player, bro, and this is a player that I actually want to see at Arsenal Football Club. It is inevitable, in my opinion, that he will come. And again, like I said, I don't want to throw all those Portuguese publications in the bin. I don't want to squash all optimism for this one. But they're telling us it's compelling. They're telling us it's close. They're telling us it's more or less on the verge of being done. And what also is gives us a lot of confidence is the fact that Jorge Mendes is being linked with this. It's been suggested that Jorge Mendes is driving the negotiations. Now, if Jorge Mendes is, then it's a done deal then, isn't it? Because Jorge Mendes doesn't walk into a transfer negotiation and walk out with a no. He doesn't walk out with a no. Them way there. So, yeah. So all of that, taking all of that into consideration, I believe that this is a deal that Arsenal actually want to get done, and perhaps will get done. But we've got Fabrizio Romano, and as I said, why have none of these guys come out and said anything about what these Portuguese guys are saying? Well, the wait is over. We have Fabrizio Romano. He's given us a few updates. We've got this one here saying Arsenal are informed on the situation for Viktor Gyökeres, but at the moment, they still haven't decided what they really want to do in that position and who is their priority target. Or maybe Fabrizio Romano doesn't know. But he says they want to take their time to assess the options. So at the moment, with Gyökeres, it's not something imminent or close. It's an option. It's a concrete possibility for Arsenal in case they decide to go for that kind of player. So right now it's just gaslighting, literally straight up gaslighting, talking straight up garbage. Right, this is garbage. I can't really. Oh, sorry, Fabrizio. You're a good guy. You're in a really good position, but I just think you talk shit, bro. I think you just talk absolute waffle, and you just literally you do a lot of reading. You understand different perspective. You're talking with a lot of journalists. I get that, but that's all it is. That's all this is, bro. That's all it is, and you've obviously built a big platform, and now you can mislead a bunch of people, and that's all it is. David's probably got more legs to stand on than this fraud, and we know that. We know that. David's been here for years. He was putting tweets out about Arsenal signing fucking Di Maria and them man back in 2012, 2013. We know David Ornstein's been about for time. Yeah, he's worked his way up. He's built these connections. This guy come out of nowhere. First picture was a Sky Sports picture presenting in Italy. Cool. What does that mean? What does that mean? Now this guy's out here on Twitter waffling daily. Big him up though. Obviously, we have to take in what he says for perspective reasons, and then we can kind of form our own opinions and conclusions based on that information. And that's all we're here to do, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure we hit the like button, all of that type of stuff. He also says here, I don't think Arsenal will go for crazy money. What have I been telling you? You don't need Fabrizio Romano. This is what I'm saying. You need wax online, because I am fucking Fabrizio Romano. I just don't have a platform like Fabrizio Romano. And I don't have the connections that Fabrizio Romano in the sports industry. But I mean, it's just saying the same shit I've already told you, man. We're not going to do crazy money in this window, you know, because the focus has to be getting rid of players because of the incompetent decisions that Edu has made. We've already been there already. We're not going to go back there this stream, okay? If you forgot it, you didn't listen, you weren't there to see it, then go back, okay? It's there. The receipts are there. Big up the real ones. Make sure we are hitting the like button. So he says, I don't think Arsenal will go crazy or do crazy money. So has to be maybe a different structure of the deal, or Arsenal could look at different possibilities. We're not over. There's more to what Fabrizio Romano has been saying about this Gyökeres deal. So he also goes to say here, he says here, at the moment, Arsenal are not at an advanced stage of their negotiations for Viktor Gyökeres. So he's basically squashing what the Portuguese dons have been saying. He says they made contact on players' side already months ago. That's good news for us. They've made contacts on players' side. So that means that Arsenal have a rough idea on finances, pay packet, all of that. That's already kind of ironed out. We can already say personal terms agreed at that point, you know, because you don't have conversations about how the guy's getting on or anything like that. It's about finances. It's about the vision of coming to Arsenal, why we want him, X, Y, and Z. And that all would have been relayed back to the player, or that conversation would have been had directly with the player. Hence why the player knows that something in the summer could happen. We already know what Viktor Gyökeres has been saying. So on that basis, you know, you've got to say personal terms kind of already agreed kind of months ago, or pre-agreed to a degree months ago. Between April and May, he says. So it's been a time. So they're informed of the conditions of the release clause. Yeah, obviously we know the release clause. That's something that we can get over the phone in 5 minutes. But also the cost of the deal in terms of salary and all of the rest. Exactly. So again, I didn't even read this. I haven't even read this. I swear to you, just retweeted it because I see Fabrizio Romano and I see a picture of this. But I knew, you know, they've had these personal terms kind of agreed to a degree from time ago. Especially if you've been scouting a player since last season. You've been scouting a player since the beginning of last season. I don't know if the reports are telling us that this is a player that Arsenal are on the verge of signing, and you know, or close to signing, and so on and so forth, for a couple of months. And then we moved to Benjamin Sesko, and then that died out, and now we're back here again with Portuguese publications telling us the things that were being told to us back in January and months prior. So surprised that, you know, this is an easily predictable situation, and this is the reason why it makes people like Fabrizio Romano look credible. But the true fact of the matter is anyone that was invested the way I and many others have been invested over the years and over the months into their football clubs and into the transfer market, then you'll know what the crack is at this moment. There is another interesting update on Viktor Gyökeres by Fabrizio Romano again. I think this is from the same report. It basically says here, in the last 24 to 48 hours, we had some rumors about a deal being close, being very advanced. I also saw something from Portugal that it's almost completed. He says, I'm told this is not true. So maybe Fabrizio Romano is on a need-to-know basis. I don't know. Maybe he's talking with journalists in the UK, David Ornstein, maybe one of these two dons, and they're like, yeah, not too sure at this moment. And he's just on a need-to-know basis for his platform. Do you understand? Can't take Fabrizio Romano as gospel, man. He's a goal hanger. He's a fucking goal hanger. Big him up, though. Big him up. He's done extremely well. Never hate on that. But he's a goal hanger when it comes to the information that we need. We're looking for information here. You know, this is nothing. This ain't about people's platforms, or this ain't about what people have done. People, if they're successful, big you up. I always promote success. I always want people to be successful. Make as much money as you can every single day. Become rich in everything you want to become rich in. That doesn't just mean money. It could be education, knowledge, whatever it is. Go and get it done. The most important thing, guys, is that we encourage, we support, we motivate each other, we inspire each other, we do everything we can to support each other in that aspect, man. The world is a horrific place out there, man. Kids dying, animals getting killed, chemical weapons, situations taking place in factories that could cause mass destruction on the planet. It is crazy. You don't want to say too much, but it's a turbulent place, mate. It is a very, very turbulent place. So yeah, I mean, that's the kind of updates on Viktor Gyökeres. That's all we kind of have as of now. Nothing new from the Portuguese people, nothing new from anyone else in regards to Viktor Gyökeres. But for Fabrizio Romano, just kind of throwing a bit of water on the fire there, kind of slightly killing the optimism. But it doesn't mean it's the case, and it doesn't mean that it's not happening. But let's see, man. Let's see. Do I believe in Edu getting this deal done or any deal done at this rate? Has he even got the coal in the barbecue yet? Has he even opened up the barbecue yet? Is the barbecue even lit? What is going on? I don't know. I really don't know. But only time will tell, I guess. Only time will tell. Guys, make sure we are hitting up the like button. Just to let you know, Mohamed Kudus has a release clause of 85 million in his current contract at West Ham. That's being reported this morning. So again, Mohamed Kudus could be an option for Arsenal. Could be an interesting option. And yeah, I mean that's it, man. There's nothing more. Obviously England play tonight. We're being linked with Johan Bakayoko. That's just being published here 32 minutes ago by this fraud Eduardo, proper fraud. It's like proper. So yeah, just big him up, but it's proper frauds. Yeah, I mean that's all there is. That's all there is, man. You can't really take anything seriously at the moment. Everything's literally with a tiny grain of salt, tiniest bit of grain you can find. I don't even think it will fit in your fingertips. You don't even realize you're holding it. Like literally, I don't know, man. Let me run through some comments. I literally got 1 more minute before I have to shoot off and get ready for some work. Make sure we hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Big up my guy Laurie Boy in the building. Always ranting, always getting into arguments in the WhatsApp group, man. You need to chill yourself out, Laurie Boy, man. So you always got an issue with someone, or someone's always got an issue with you, bro. You know what I mean? You can have a debate, you can have opposing opinions, but when it comes to all the personal stuff, you need to nip it in you know what I mean? And be easy with it. But big you up, Laurie. Big up the Real Gems in the building. How do you think the meat? Okay. Wow. The world is crazy. Exactly. The focus needs to be winning trophies, but sadly, Arteta don't do that. Well, this is the season he needs to deliver. Fabrizio Romano waffles because he doesn't have any exclusive. Ornstein is the man. He stays quiet for a reason. Exactly. I believe in David more than any one of these dons. A couple tweets a month. This guy Fabrizio he tweets for a living. It's like the guy gets paid to tweet, bro. I don't know how I did not know how you find the time to tweet. I swear to you, right? I will put one tweet. I don't even go on Twitter really anymore. Only to go on the Always Arsenal account, just because we retweet all of the daily news on there. But on my own personal Twitter account, I don't go on there really anymore. It's just really, really rare. But even when I'm putting a tweet out, something that I want to say, I already know what I want to say, but I have to type the tweet out. It would take me maybe like 15, 20 minutes sometimes. I want to word it the right way and things like that. And that's just how I am. Bro, this guy's putting tweets out every 5 seconds. Like he's got about 20 man in his Twitter account just putting tweets out for him, bro. Like, I don't know, man. And he acts like it's just him. So I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. He must have some mad sponsorship deal that allows him just to sit there, put tweets out there and get paid. Because what is he doing? What you're telling me his YouTube account is generating enough each and every day to live life. Maybe it is. And I know YouTube pay well when he gets a lot of views, but come on, man. It can't just be that. He must have some mad sponsors. Mad like endorsements and shit. Just sending him money daily. Like, yeah, there you go, bro. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Because for the amount of time he spends on Twitter and Instagram, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Like anyone that's out here, I see people daily as well. Like, not daily because I'm not really on it daily, but you know what I mean. You know when you can tell when someone is religiously a social media freak. I was like, how do you find the time to do that, bro? It's mad, mad. How are you getting paid, bro? How are you paying your bills? You know what I mean? How do you eat steak? How do you eat lobster? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Big up every single one of you. Let me read 3 comments. I do apologize. I will set another stream. Obviously we will be back again tomorrow, UK time, 11:30 in the morning, because we're here live daily every single day. But I'm going to be organizing another stream, or aiming to organize another stream for tomorrow evening, just to give you guys a bit more content to play with. And that's going to be a bit more of an opinionated stream as well. So make sure you lock in. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel as well, man. New content on that channel. I need you guys to go and support it. We've got over 100 people in here. If you guys go and subscribe to this channel right now, then you know, I'll get over 100 new subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that for your boy. Link is in the description. Wax Unfiltered, or go onto the main channel and do it that way. But yeah, just subscribe. Watch all the content on there, especially if that's for you. Not trying to force it on anyone. But if you're a supporter of the channel, support of me, you like the content, and you're interested in that type of stuff, then please do subscribe. But yeah, guys, gonna have to call it an afternoon. It's been a pleasure. Thank you ever so much. This time I'm gonna read 3 comments. Let me do that. Let me be genuine. Let me do that. Where's the comments gone? Can't see comments. Can't see comments. He's running a whole sweatshop in India. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Legend says, Wax, what happened to A9? He tried to disrespect me, bro. Man tried to tell me I could disrespect you. I could disrespect you if I want to disrespect you. What? No, you know, yeah, you can do that over a voice note, but please, like, allow that. I'm not even gonna go there anyway, guys. You don't talk to me like that and think you can sit in my group, innit? You can go and join anyone else's group, that's fine, cool, but you do not talk to me like that, bro. Yeah, I kept it easy as well, man. Man was moving like a troll. So if you're gonna move like a troll, then go and chill with the trolls. You know what I mean? But that's what happened to A9. But big him up though. No disrespect to him. It's not even a disrespectful thing either. So you know what I mean? It's not even a disrespectful thing. Like, big him up. I appreciate him. I liked him coming on the channel and voicing his opinion, even on the live panel streams. We were doing live panel streams. A9 was coming on, you know, voicing his opinion. Do you know what I mean? I listened to him on his voice notes. We discuss, we have conversation through voice note, but there's a level, you know, come on, you have to have a level of respect, bro. And stop coming all trolly. We're building a normal, genuine community. All this trolly stuff is like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? You know? But anyway, that's it. That's all I got to say, man. Big up A9. If he obviously he's going to probably see this, or someone's going to show this to him. So big him up. But yeah, man, you can't disrespect me. I think you're going to just get away with that. No way, bro. Anyway, peace and love to all the real ones. That's all I can say. All of the real ones. Hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel. All of that. Share this video. And yeah, guys, I look forward to seeing you lot on the next one. Peace.